Secretary to the government of the Federation, Babachir Lawal, who has been trending following his statement on Tuesday that Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi clearly won the last presidential election. Lawal, in a statement on Wednesday, said that he has been approached by some key allies of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu after he made the statement on Tuesday. Felix Morka, a spokesman for the All Progressives Congress, while reacting to Lawal's statement, described him as incapable of rational thought. The former SGF, however, offered his sympathies to Morka, saying that he was doing the job of a slave. He also lambasted President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the leaders of the All Progressives Congress for allegedly transitioning the APC to an Islamic party and challenged them to be courageous enough to change the name of the party from the All Progressives Congress to the Islamic Party of Nigeria. I mean, Ayo, you know I'm coming to you on this story. I'm sure you saw. When I saw the story trend, I was like, okay, it's, you know, it's one rhetoric after another, but it's not going to go away, is it?
It's not. He's responding. So he first made the statement and he'd postulated that in his estimation, and he'd taken time out to ensure that he had done his investigations, that Mr. Peter Obi won the elections and President Bola Tinubu came a distant third. The truth is that the matter is in court, so the court will decide and determine who truly won the election. So that's in court. However, then there became a sling, word slinging match. First, Felix Morka of the APC came out to say that he wasn't, that he, I can't remember the exact terms, but very unsavory terms used to describe him. And then Mr. Babachir Lawal, who was ready for, for anyone, came back and then gave them a detailed analysis of how he described not just Mr. Felix Morka, but the APC as a whole. He went back down memory lane, talking about how they started the APC, that the APC was meant to be a national party with national spread, representing the national interests of Nigeria and Nigerians. Hence why they were very particular about zoning, ensuring that the chairman and the national secretary would not be from the same zone or from the same religion, so that they had the spread and appeal to all Nigerians. However, unfortunately, what we see now is what is now called, or he now terms APC as an Islamic party. Now that is, open to conversation and discussions and to see the merit of what he says. Of course, the APC came under intense criticism for fielding a Muslim ticket, despite all the explanations for it, married to a Christian and the likes. The system and what we have on ground is that we do have that government in place, and a number of people have said it's not reflective. A number of criticisms, of course, under this administration is with appointments. In fact, Mr. Lawal said he has not made any competent appointments. I beg to differ. Earlier today, we had Dr. Mitunji Ojo, who is one of the appointees, and I must say that he's done quite well, and a few other people. Not to say there haven't been some people who have been mute. We haven't heard from some ministers at all in terms of their plans. People started raising questions as to this competence that the president said was going to bring in as part of his, genius way of leadership hasn't quite materialized. I believe it's, Rufai said something really important earlier today about public opinion and the importance of Nigerians being involved, and actively so, in governance, and being free and able to air their opinions as to how they see governance, and no one should shut them up. Absolutely. Everyone has a right to speak and to give an opinion, of course, as long as it's legal and it's not against, there are no laws, or it's not slander or libelous. But it's important for us to be able to share ideas like this, and people should think. One of the things that is done is to guard people and actually stopping us from thinking and actually having an idea or opinion about the way that we are governed. Are people happy? Are people suffering in terms of what he said? Yeah, we see that, in terms of inflation, people's purchasing power, people have been plunged into poverty more and more. In terms of the people appointed, there are a few good ones and a few not so good ones. But also in terms of the APC, we have seen, look at what happened in the House, in the Senate, between the Speaker, between the President and the Chief Whip. There does seem to be that the glory days of the APC perhaps is not what it used to be, and the tenets of what the people who founded the party used to be. And Mr. Lawal can certainly speak because he was part of that foundation. And so a few things that we must take out from what he said, and also, aside from him declaring Mr. Peter Obi as president, that's the court to decide.
It's crystal clear. Since President Tinubu got to power, the Naira has taken a beating, one of the worst performing currencies in the world, as we speak. From over 700 to over 1,000 to the dollar as we speak. Inflation is on the increase. Life has become harder for Nigerians. Manufacturers are complaining. Everybody's complaining.
Right.
He's spot on that.
All right.
The appointments too, we've also complained about nepotism, and it's crystal clear.
That you don't climb the throne from the backyard. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
So Tinubu has question to answer, and he has not answered that question.
Yes.
Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
You know, we are carried away by things that are not reasonable.
Yes.
Because you find out that, look at Tinubu you're talking about, he's a drug addict.
Yes.
He was caught, he did not go to school.
Yes.
He has no certificate.
Yes.
So when you're talking about his Tinubu's regime, it baffles me, because as long as I know, he has no regime.
So are you saying Tinubu is an illegitimate president?
He even knows that. Himself even aware that he is not what people think that he is.
Of recent, he made a proclamation that he has a secure job now from the tribunal, that his leg now don't stand. So you are saying Tinubu is still an illegitimate president?
Yes, because you use bribe to enter throne. What makes you legitimate? It's when you enter there the way you ought to enter there.
Yes.
But when you go through the backyard,
Yes.
how can I say that you are legitimate? He bribed these people, and then they gave him the story he wants to hear.
Yes.
And then at the end of the day, he's saying that this thing, can Tinubu define himself as a person?
Yes.
Talk less of
So,
saying that he's coming to rule Nigeria.
so sir, rate this current administration.
There is no rate.
No rating.
No rate.
So it's from worst to worst, private to fire.
When you are using the word worst, I don't know. I think you are trying to paint it so that it will be manageable.
Yes.
Are you getting it? People are dying. Look at what is happening. How much are you buying fuel?
Yeah.
You say you remove subsidy, you're collecting it from the common man that you say that they voted you in. Are you getting it? So where do we start?
Nothing is working. Sir.
Nothing is working. Even himself is not working. Are you getting it?
But we have seen him, palliatives and some policies, the student loan and some other things he has put into.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes,
Did
sir.
you receive?
Not yet, sir. Not yet.
Did you see it?
But we've seen palliative shared in the north and some local government. But in River State, we have palliative buses moving people conveying people from one.
No. That's not palliative from the federal government. That's a palliative from the state government.
But it's still
Because the governor himself is trying to buy people's mind.
Yeah.
Because he know how he entered.
Yes.
Are you getting it?
Yes.
So what he's trying to do is to buy people's
Yeah.
mind. He might be a good man, but the structure that brought him is a very wrong one.
Yeah.
It's the same structure that brought Tinubu.
Yeah.
Are you getting it? So it's very wrong. So what he's trying to do now is to buy people's acceptance.
We are fed up, we are disappointed by the judiciary. The hope of the common man has made the obedience to know that we are going nowhere. We don't have full hope, we don't have destination. We are just like a sheep that has nowhere to go.
So what's the way forward, sir?
My brother, the way forward is only judiciary to try to correct what they have spoiled in this country, because that's the last hope of a common man. And if they didn't correct it, going to court in any case you have is just beating about the bush. In fact, it doesn't make sense. So they have proved to us that they are not doing the right thing.
What do you suggest?
My brother,
Nigeria disintegrate into different.
the best thing is Nigeria to disintegrate.
All right.
Because now they are playing politics of tribe, and there is no way we will not agree to work together, because everybody is in his own tribe. Look at the past government. It favors Northerners. In every head of parastatals, Northerners. Now, the recent administration now, they are working with the tribe Yoruba. All the whole head of parastatals are Yorubas. Then, where are we going? Wiley, it's a country you can work with this tribe, work with this tribe, work with this. Things will balance, but things are not balancing. And I don't think they can correct it without disintegration. I just believe it's just integration will solve the problem. Everybody should go. That's my suggestion. And that's what I know that is the solution to it.
Sir,